Imagine standing on a mountain, calling your entire family and tribe for an urgent warning, only to be publicly cursed by your own uncle. This is the story behind Surah Al-Masad. Our story begins at Mount Safa in Mecca, a sacred mountain where important announcements were made to the people. When Allah commanded the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to warn his close relatives, he knew this moment would change everything. This is the story of Surah Al-Masad, chapter 111 of the Quran. The Prophet, peace be upon him, climbed to the top of Mount Safa and called out, Ya Sabaha. This was the Arabian distress call, used when danger was approaching. When the people of Mecca heard this urgent call, they stopped what they were doing. Merchants left their stalls. Everyone turned toward Mount Safa. They all came running, young and old, rich and poor. Every clan of the Quraysh gathered at the base of Mount Safa. Hundreds gathered. The entire leadership of Mecca was there. They asked, "What's the matter? What's the emergency?" The crowd was anxious, worried. They trusted Muhammad. He was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. If he called them like this, it must be serious. What happened next is recorded in Sahih al-Bukhari. Hadith number 4971, one of the most authentic sources in Islam. The Prophet, peace be upon him, asked them a question. O people of Quraysh, if I told you that an enemy army was behind this mountain, about to attack you at dawn, would you believe me? He painted a vivid picture. An army, hidden just behind the mountain, ready to destroy them. Would they trust his word? The crowd didn't hesitate. Not a single person doubted. They all said in unison, "Yes, absolutely. We would believe you. We have never, ever known you to tell a lie. You are as-Siddiq al-Amin, the truthful, the trustworthy." The Prophet, peace be upon him, then said, "Then I am a warner to you before a severe punishment from Allah. I warn you to worship Allah alone and abandon idolatry." In the crowd stood Abu Lahab, the Prophet's own uncle. He was a wealthy, influential man in Mecca, and what happened next would seal his fate forever. Abu Lahab's face turned red with rage. He jumped to his feet, pushing through the crowd, pointing at his nephew with fury. He shouted at the top of his lungs, Tabban laka, which means, may you perish. Destruction be upon you. Is this why you called us here? For this? To preach to us about your religion? He humiliated the Prophet publicly, in front of the entire tribe. Family betrayal at its worst. The crowd was shocked. Some laughed. Some shook their heads. They began to leave, disappointed that this was just about religion. Abu Lahab had successfully disrupted the message. The Prophet, peace be upon him, stood there, watching them leave. Rejected by his own family. Humiliated publicly. But Allah was watching. That very same day, Allah revealed Surah Al-Masad. Not weeks later. Not months later. Immediately. Allah does not leave his messenger undefended. Tabbat yada Abi Lahabin wa tabba. May the hands of Abu Lahab perish. And he has perished. Subhanallah. Allah took Abu Lahab's own curse words, Tabban laka, and turned them back on him. The same word, Tabbat. You cursed the Prophet? Now you are cursed. The surah continues. His wealth will not avail him, nor what he has earned. Abu Lahab was rich, powerful, influential. But Allah said none of it will save him. He will burn in a fire of blazing flames. This is a prophecy, a guarantee from Allah. Abu Lahab will die as a disbeliever and burn in hell. And this prophecy came true. And his wife? Abu Lahab's wife, Jamil, used to carry bundles of thorns and spread them on the paths where the Prophet walked at night, trying to hurt him. She supported her husband's hatred. The surah says, and his wife, the carrier of firewood. Around her neck will be a rope of twisted palm fiber. She carried thorns to hurt the Prophet. In hell, she'll have a rope of burning thorns around her own neck. Poetic justice from Allah. All of this is explained in detail in Tafsir Ibn Kathir, one of the most respected Quranic commentaries in Islamic scholarship. Years later, Abu Lahab died after the Battle of Badr, broken and defeated. He died as a disbeliever, exactly as the surah predicted. His wealth couldn't save him. His status couldn't save him. Think about this. Abu Lahab cursed the Prophet with the word tabba, and Allah revealed a surah that cursed Abu Lahab with the same word. His own curse became his destiny. Subhanallah. This surah has been preserved for over 1400 years. Every word came true. This is proof that the Quran is from Allah. No human could make such a bold, specific prophecy, and have it come true perfectly. The Quran is truth. Every word, every letter, every promise, every warning. Next time you recite Surah Al-Masad, remember this story. Remember how Allah defends His messengers. Remember that those who oppose the truth will always be the ones who truly perish. Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. If you benefited from this story, please like, subscribe, and share. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What lesson from Surah Al-Masad resonated with you most? Jazakallahu khairan for watching.